Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today I have a bone-chilling horror story to share with you. It's based on real events that happened to me in an old apartment building that was built on the site of a notorious mental asylum. In this video, I'll take you on a journey through my experience with the supernatural in this haunted apartment building. So, grab your popcorn and get ready for a spine-tingling experience. Don't forget to leave a comment, like and subscribe if you want to see more horror stories like this. Thanks for watching, and let's dive into the terrifying world of the haunted apartment building. The apartment building on Elm Street had always been a bit spooky. It was an old, creaky place with faded paint and broken windows, but it was cheap and conveniently located, so I didn't really have a choice. I moved in on a hot summer day, hauling my boxes up the rickety stairs to my new home. At first, everything seemed fine. Sure, the floors were uneven and the plumbing made strange noises, but it was nothing I couldn't handle. But as the days went by, I started to notice some strange things happening. At night, I would hear footsteps in the hallway outside my door, but when I opened it, no one was there. Sometimes, I would catch glimpses of movement out of the corner of my eye, but when I turned to look, there was nothing there. One night, I woke up to find my bedroom window wide open, even though I was sure I had closed and locked it before going to bed. I sat up in bed, feeling uneasy, and that's when I saw her. A young girl, no more than 10 years old, was standing in the middle of my room, staring at me with empty, black eyes. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. The girl started to move towards me, slowly, her body contorted in unnatural ways. I could feel my heart racing in my chest as she reached out a hand to touch me. Suddenly, the girl vanished into thin air, leaving me alone in the darkness. I sat there for what felt like hours, too scared to move, until the sun started to rise and I finally fell asleep. The next day, I went to the building's manager to ask about the strange occurrences. She didn't seem surprised, and simply told me that the building was old and had a history. I pressed her for more information, but she wouldn't say anything else. That night, I decided to investigate on my own. I started digging through old newspapers and public records, trying to uncover the building's past. It didn't take me long to find out that a young girl had died in the apartment next to mine, years before I moved in. Her death had been ruled an accident, but there were rumors that something more sinister had happened. As the weeks went by, the strange occurrences in my apartment only grew worse. The girl would visit me almost every night, sometimes bringing other ghosts with her. They would whisper my name and touch me with icy fingers, and I knew that I was in danger. One night, I woke up to find that the girl had brought a new friend with her. He was a tall, dark figure with glowing red eyes, and I knew immediately that he was not a friendly ghost. He stood at the foot of my bed, staring at me with a malevolent grin, and I could feel his presence weighing heavily on me. I tried to scream, but my voice was caught in my throat. The ghosts started to move closer, and I could feel their cold breath on my face. I knew that I had to get out of there, but I was paralyzed with fear. Just when I thought it was all over, the ghosts suddenly vanished, leaving me alone in the darkness once again. I knew that I had to leave the apartment, but I had nowhere else to go. I started sleeping with the lights on and carrying a crucifix with me at all times, hoping that it would protect me from the evil spirits that haunted the building. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I packed my bags and fled the apartment, never looking back. But even now, years later, I still have nightmares about the girl and her ghost.
Samantha lived in the apartment for several more months, and the strange occurrences became a regular part of her life. She continued to talk to the spirits and found that they responded to her more frequently. It was almost as if they had developed a connection. One day, Samantha decided to do some research on the history of the building. She went to the local library and dug through old newspapers and city records. What she found shocked her. The building had been built on the site of a notorious mental asylum. The asylum was known for its inhumane treatment of patients, and many of them had died inside its walls. The building had been torn down years ago, but the spirits remained. Samantha realized that the spirits she had been communicating with were the tormented souls of the patients who had died in the asylum. They were trapped inside the walls of her apartment building, and they were desperate to be heard. As she continued to communicate with the spirits, Samantha started to notice changes in her apartment. Strange marks appeared on the walls, and objects would move on their own. Samantha knew that the spirits were becoming more active, and she was afraid of what they might do. One night, Samantha woke up to find herself floating above her bed. She couldn't move or speak, and she felt a cold, ominous presence in the room. She knew that the spirits were trying to possess her. With all her strength, Samantha forced herself to break free from the possession. She managed to push the spirits back, and they disappeared. She knew that they would come back, and she was determined to find a way to release them from their eternal torment. Samantha consulted with several paranormal experts and discovered a way to free the spirits. She performed a ritual that involved burning sage, lighting candles, and reciting incantations. As she did so, she felt the spirits slowly leaving her apartment. When the ritual was complete, Samantha felt a sense of peace. She knew that the spirits had been released, and they were finally able to rest in peace. The strange occurrences in her apartment ceased, and Samantha was able to live her life without fear. She moved out of the apartment soon after, but she knew that she would never forget the experiences she had there. The spirits had taught her that there was more to the world than what she could see, and she was grateful for the lessons they had taught her.
And that's the end of my bone-chilling story about the haunted apartment building. I hope you enjoyed it and that it gave you some goosebumps. If you have any similar experiences or stories you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more terrifying tales. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe and keep your eyes open for the unknown.